Well, welcome to the Erasmus Plus Days of the 4U Plus Alliance. We are meeting today for our second Erasmus Plus Days in the history of the Alliance. And we are part of the larger Erasmus Plus Days, which are organized by the European Commission to promote the Erasmus Plus program all through the continent. Okay, I can see that it's working perfectly and you can hear me, so thank you very much and sorry for the troubles hearing earlier. So just a brief overview of the 4U Plus Alliance. We are now an alliance of 7 partners, and today I have with me my colleagues from University of Copenhagen, University of Warsaw, which I represent, Charles University, University of Milan, Sorbonne University, and Heidelberg University. We also have the 7th partner, which is the University of Geneva in Switzerland, but as Switzerland is working on a slightly different financing frame than Erasmus Plus, today we will focus on the Erasmus Plus program countries and the mobility within those. So the 4U Plus Alliance is now made of 7 universities that build together one comprehensive research European University Alliance. Work within the 4U Plus Alliance focuses on 4 main flagships, which are the main research areas, and all the activities fall under the flagships. It is important to note that the flagships are understood in a very broad sense, so they encompass very different areas and disciplines under each umbrella. The first flagship is called Urban Health and Demographic Change. The second one focuses on Europeanness, approached through multilingualism, pluralities, and citizenship. The third one is digitization, modeling, and transformation, and the fourth one, environmental transitions. So activities within the Alliance are focused around the flagship activities. As for educational offer, which is probably of most importance to students, the Alliance focuses on boosting meaningful mobility. It is not only that we want students and staff to be mobile within the Alliance, but we want their mobilities to be as meaningful as possible for their academic careers and for their personal life and their personal development. We want to focus on increasing inclusiveness and on developing common challenge-based framework for education so as to better prepare our students and graduates for the work environment which we are faced with in the 21st century. Students can benefit from a variety of offers, which are defined under different areas of the Alliance. And skills that are most prominent in all the activities that we focus on are multilingualism, data literacy, entrepreneurship, critical thinking, and social engagement. You're probably wondering, how can an individual student of one of the partner universities benefit from the offer of the 4U Plus Alliance? Well, first of all, today we will talk about the Erasmus Plus mobility. So you will learn on how different universities offer their services and their study offers to incoming students. You can also benefit from the joint and shared courses offered within 4U Plus Alliance. And for example, a student from the University of Heidelberg can register for online courses offered at the Charles University in Prague or the University of Warsaw, and those can be counted towards their academic achievement in Heidelberg. Virtual mobility possibilities are quite vast as well. And there are also cultural, sports, and leisure activities, and students organize conferences for their fellow students. So there are very many different ways that an individual can get involved in 4U Plus Alliance as a student. There are many different places where you can follow the activities within the Alliance to see what conferences, activities, where everything is happening. You can follow the Alliance on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, as to stay up to date with all the activities. And today we will want to focus on the Erasmus Plus program. And within the program, you can apply for studies. So you can go on a study mobility from 2 months to 1 academic year at your destination of choice. You can also apply for a traineeship, and a traineeship can also last from 2 months up to 1 academic year. The Erasmus application process happens at your home institution. So if you're a student of the University of Copenhagen, you will apply at the University of Copenhagen. If you're a student at the University of Warsaw, you will have to go through the application process in Warsaw. And then only once you are nominated and selected to study as an Erasmus student, you will follow the instructions of your home institution. Today, we will present each institution, each university as the destination. So I will now tell you about the University of Warsaw as your potential destination. The University of Warsaw is over 200 years old. It is the largest and the best university in Poland. What I think is very interesting about the university is it is located at the very heart of Warsaw, and Warsaw is a fast developing dynamic city with a very vibrant cultural scene. So studying at the university you'll be able to benefit from a very big offer of cultural and activities at the heart of Europe. Why would you choose the University of Warsaw? First of all, if you don't speak Polish, and we are aware of the fact that Polish is not a very commonly spoken language, if you speak Polish, you can take courses in Polish, and if you don't, you can choose courses from a very broad offer in English. There are also courses offered in other languages other than Polish and English, but it is possible to study in English in all areas of study that we offer. You can make friends from all over the world because if you choose the University of Warsaw, you will be one of over 1,000 exchange students that we welcome every year. Some people say that learning Polish is a superpower because it is not the easiest to do, but then once you master it, you have a superpower for life. So every incoming student can learn Polish and this way also discover the rich Polish culture and get to know Polish society much better. And you can experience cultural and social life of Warsaw. What is nice about Warsaw is that even despite the inflation and economic crisis, which is probably looming all over the continent, the average cost of living is not too high, as 200 euro per month should be sufficient if you're staying in a dormitory. And exchange students can apply for places in university dormitories. If you choose to live on your own in a private flat, finding a flat in Warsaw is not too difficult and it's not too expensive either. The university is located on 3 campuses, which are located in 3 different destinations in Warsaw. The main one is located at the heart of the city on the Royal Route near the Old Town. And a lot of courses take place here, and 2 other campuses house the Faculty of Management and the other one Exact and Natural Sciences. We have a total of 25 faculties, and we are a comprehensive university offering degree programs and courses in all areas of social sciences, humanities, and exact sciences. For now, we don't offer medicine, but it will start. The Faculty of Medicine is newly created, and courses will be available in the future. For now, it is easier to say what we don't offer than to list everything we offer, because the offer is very, very wide. So you can study everything from Oriental languages to psychology, mathematics, informatics, all through management, economics to law. And modern languages. There are over 40,000 students and 5,000 of them are international students. So for sure, you will not be alone in Warsaw. During your exchange at the university, you will be assigned to a unit that corresponds to your program at home. And aside from the courses related to your area of study, you will also be offered courses of Polish and other foreign languages of your choosing. Incoming students are required to have a minimum B2 level of English, Polish, or the language of their studies if they come to study another modern language. So you can broaden your knowledge and expertise in various disciplines, attend courses of Polish language and culture, learn a foreign language, and by foreign language, I mean languages ranging from Swahili to Armenian, Ukrainian, Georgian, or Portuguese, and take a sports class during the semester. The whole University of Warsaw course catalog is available online, so you can browse through the courses, check the language of instruction, check the syllabus, and if you have any questions, the International Office is there to help you. So the University of Warsaw is your choice. It was the first one that was presented today, and now I would like to give the floor to Heidelberg and my colleague Alex at the University of Heidelberg, who will tell you more about that destination.
Yes, thanks, Clementina. Welcome to Heidelberg soon, maybe. This is just for you to see the lecture hall, and this is about it today in fall. This is where you would study. So why Heidelberg? You will soon find out that Heidelberg is by far the smallest city within our alliance, but it still has a lot to offer. Heidelberg University is the oldest university in Germany. So we had last year 635 years. It's one of the top ranked universities in Germany and Europe-wide as well. It's a comprehensive university, as Clementina just said, we all are. And the focus is on research-based teaching. And of course, we do have graduate schools and doctoral schools to support young researchers. It has a big international profile. I'll get to that later. Next, Clementina, please. So as you can see, we almost have 30,000 students, but we do have a very high percentage of international students, which we are very proud of. We have a lot of exchange agreements with European universities. We have a lot of exchange agreements with universities outside of Europe and partnerships with universities abroad. Next, Clementina. So where is Heidelberg? Heidelberg is about 1 hour south of Frankfurt Airport that most of you might be familiar with. It's located in the metropolitan region Rhine-Neckar. As I said, we are the smallest city, so about 160,000 inhabitants, but a very high percentage of students, a very, very high percentage of young people, and a very high percentage of international people as well. You see here the view from the castle, which is in the back of me as well. And you see the old part of town, and you can see in the far behind, on the other side of the Neckar River, is our big science and medical campus. So the university is spread around town. You would live in a student residence if you come as a 4U+ student. And as I said, the big and modern science campus and the romantic old town, everything is the university. So your student residences, depending on where you would end up, would be either old and romantic or new and modern, but it all has its charm. Next, please. Yes, of course, having different campuses, I'll get to that soon, gives the chance to have several cafeterias located in all parts of town. So as I said, we do have, well, I will say we do have 13 faculties, and they're spread over 3 campuses in Heidelberg, and one campus, one medical campus is in Mannheim. So the old town campus is basically the old town, and all here the humanities are located in the old part of town. Then we have the big campus that I just showed you in Neuenheimer Feld. It's the science and medical campus. And we have another campus that is situated in an old clinic. It's the Berghain campus for sociology, political science, and economics. And we do have another medical faculty in Mannheim where you could add up as well. As I said, we have 13 faculties, a lot of degree programs. What we do not have, I do it like Warsaw, we exclude what we don't have, is no business school. And I forgot to put that no architecture as well. Other than that, you can study everything. So on bachelor's level, most of the courses will be held in German. You will find at least one semester worth of ECTS credits to be taken in English in your subject area, although we highly recommend you to learn German, and you would learn German in this beautiful Max Weber Villa with a direct view on the castle. This is our German language center. So we already said that. What do you do if you want to come to this beautiful city and this great university? You contact your local international office or your 4U+ office for more information on application, on deadlines, and on grants. So we do have, of course, student advisors in Heidelberg. We do have a list of departmental coordinators. And of course, we do also have a course catalog that you can check. Thank you very much for your attention. And I'm looking forward to your questions after our presentations.
Thank you, Alex. And now we go to Charles University in Prague. So Lisa, the floor is yours.
Well, good afternoon, dear colleagues, students. Greetings from Prague, from the Charles University. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce it to you today. And I will go through my short presentation answering some questions that are similar to those my colleagues put to their presentation. So the first of all, why should you choose Charles University? Of course, there are many reasons why to do so, but here on this slide, I just put some of the most interesting facts. I think there are much more that you can find at our website, of course. So Charles University is the oldest university in Central Europe. So it was founded in 1348. And it's number 5 among the most popular universities within the Erasmus program. So as you can see from the numbers, we are quite demanded in terms of Erasmus and also degree students and so on. So you can see that we have nearly 50,000 degree students. 20% of them are international students. And we have about 2,000 Erasmus incoming students every year, so you won't be alone, as you can see. Why to choose Czech Republic? So I put 3 main reasons, I think, why you can do so from your students' point of view, because I'm also one of the students, one of the PhD students, and these are top ones for me. So the first one is location, because Charles University and the whole Czech Republic is located in the middle of Europe, so in the heart of Europe, which is great for traveling across Europe. So if you want to travel throughout the whole Europe, then you have a great access from Prague or from other cities from the Czech Republic. Our university is located at 3 cities, so mainly in Prague, there are 14 faculties. Then we have 2 faculties in Hradec Králové and 1 in Plzeň. You can see the photos on screen. The second reason why to choose Czech Republic, in my opinion, is safety, because it's ranked on the 8th place in the world, so it's number 8 in safety. And last but not least, affordability. You can see that the range of costs can be different, so it's quite wide, as I put it there, but it's caused by the rent. So if you decide to live in the center or not, if you decide to use our dormitories or not, and so on. So that is the trigger that makes the price higher. Here you can see some examples of costs. So about 140 euro per month, this is the rent, how much our dormitories cost. Then we have the price for a meal in one of our canteens. So that includes the main course, drink and soup. Then you have the price for public transport ticket for 1 month. I mean the student one, so this is already with the special price. Then there is a ticket to the National Museum for €6. Then to our zoo, that is also very demanded among students, I can say, because it's very famous one in the whole Europe. There are places you can visit for free, such as the National Gallery. Then you have some other examples. I would like to draw your attention on the last one. As you can see, beer is much more cheaper than just a cup of coffee, and even sometimes it's cheaper than water. So this is something that is unbelievable for many people, but it's also typical for the Czech Republic. So we can go on with one of the most important questions, what you can study. We have 17 faculties with more than 300 study programs. You can see the list of the faculties. We have 5 medical faculties, 1 faculty of pharmacy. We have 3 theological faculties, as you can see, but not only theology can be studied there. So these are very interesting from this point of view as well. Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Mathematics, and so on. So you can find this list at our website as well. You can choose courses from the whole university. As an Erasmus student, you are obliged to choose the majority of courses from your host faculty, because there the courses are guaranteed for you. But of course, you can choose from other faculties as well if there will be enough places. Most courses are taught in English. And of course, there are courses that are taught in different languages, like in Warsaw. If there are language departments, they teach their courses in the studied languages, so in French, German, and so on. You have also an opportunity to try Czech language, which is also one of the most difficult ones in Europe. You have 2 opportunities how to do so. You can take courses at faculties, or you can take an intensive Czech language course before your semester starts, so you will be already prepared for your Erasmus period. There are high quality research facilities, labs, and so on, so you can be involved in research projects as well, especially if you decide to go for traineeship. And you can use our 60 libraries or even more. Of course, each faculty has its own library, and there are libraries at each department. You can use them for free, or you can also try the online database where you can download materials. But what else we offer apart from courses? So halls of residence, this is very demanded by Erasmus students, because on private markets the prices are quite high, so many students are accommodated at our halls of residence. We have 6 dormitory buildings in all 3 cities, so mainly in Prague, but also in Plzeň and Hradec Králové. So if you decide to study one of the faculties that is not located in Prague, you will get also the chance to be accommodated in the dormitories. We are offering double rooms or single rooms, mainly double rooms, but mainly for medical reasons, or if you're a PhD student, you can apply for single room. There are community rooms, gyms, and other facilities that are there for students in the halls of residence. Also, we have our canteens where you can try traditional Czech cuisine for a very affordable price. But if you don't like Czech cuisine or you are vegetarian, you can also find many other options there. We have 8 canteens that are located quite close to the faculty, so you don't have to travel for a long time between faculty and canteen and so on. And what we are also very proud of are our sport courses that we offer mainly for free if there is no special equipment needed. You can get your ECTS for them, and you can really choose from a wide range of possibilities, individual, collective, courses, yoga, running, everything. Then I would like to talk about inclusion, because this is something we are focusing on, and we are trying to get better and better in this topic. Here you can find the adjustments that we offer for students, but also if there will be some individual ones, then please discuss it with us, and we will try to do our best to fulfill your wishes. So basically, we offer sign language interpreting from English language into international sign language, transcription services for people with hearing impairments, psychological counseling, not only for students with psychological impairments, but also for everyone who finds himself or herself in a difficult situation, or for some of you, it may be difficult to start living in a new environment. So we are aware of it, and there is this possibility also. Study adjustments, housing adjustments. So if you have any of special needs, please consult it with us. We also know that Erasmus is not only about studying, but it's also about student life. You have many possibilities to participate in student life at the Charles University. You can use our buddy program and find your buddy friend to guide you through the first steps. Then our ESN Prague is very active. You can see the theme on one of the pictures as well. So they're organizing welcome activities and other events that are quite demanded by our students. If you are into music, then you can take part at our Charles University Orchestra, or you can also volunteer, because we have many possibilities how to involve you in volunteering as well. So if you decide to come to the Charles University, then let me briefly explain the application procedure step by step. So first of all, you should be nominated. You can see the deadlines on screen, but these are subject to change. So you can, it's better to check our website before you decide to apply. Then you will receive an information email containing all the information regarding the further steps. You can request accommodation in the online application, and then generate your learning agreement, which is one of the most important documents. You will sign it by yourself, then your home university coordinator will sign it, and then please send it to the faculty coordinator. And the last step is the acceptance. You will receive signed learning agreement and also acceptance letter from us. If you apply for accommodation, we will give you accommodation voucher, and then you can be accommodated at one of the dormitories. So if you want to find out more about our university, then there are plenty of sources where you can do so. We have our Charles University website, where all information is quite clearly written, and it's current, so you can rely on that. Then we have faculty websites, faculty coordinators will answer your questions. We have our profile at inclusivemobility.eu, so if you are a student with fewer opportunities, you can use this one. And we have quite user-friendly video courses. There are 6 videos where you can find out more about different topics related to our university. And of course, you are warmly welcome to write us an email to this address, erasmus.incoming, and ask anything you would like before you start your Erasmus stay at our university. So thank you so much for your attention, and I'm looking forward to the discussion, to questions, and to welcoming you at our university.
So thank you, Lisa. And now we travel up north, and the University of Copenhagen will be presented by Katrine and Daniel.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here and tell you a little bit about studying at the University of Copenhagen. My name is Catherine, and my colleague Daniel will be on in a few minutes. And we both work at the International Education Office, where we help exchange students coming to Copenhagen or traveling abroad from Copenhagen. We will give you a brief overview of how it will be studying in Copenhagen at the University of Copenhagen. So, why should you study in Copenhagen? Copenhagen is very famous for a lot of things. I'll mention a few. We're famous for our architecture. We have old romantic buildings and new ones, just like Heidelberg. We have some of the best restaurants in the world located in Copenhagen. We also have cheaper restaurants suited for students. Copenhagen is famous for all our bicycles. So we recommend all students to buy a bicycle when they go to Copenhagen, so you can get easily around the city. It's a very small city, 600,000 citizens, and you can actually bike around the city with no problems. Copenhagen is one of the safest cities to live in the world. And we are also one of the happiest places in the world is Denmark. Copenhagen is a very clean city in the summer or in the winter. You can swim in the harbor if you want to, or you can take your bike and go to the beach that is located around 15 minutes on bike from the city center. Yes, and next I will tell you a little bit about the University of Copenhagen. University of Copenhagen is one of the largest universities in Scandinavia, and we have around 38,000 students and 10,000 staff members. We are ranked highly in both Europe and on a global level. When we study, we encourage students to be independent and have critical thinking, and we focus on working in groups to solve problems. And we also offer a very international campus environment with a lot of international students. We run approximately 200 bachelor's and master's programs across our 6 faculties. Our faculties are Faculty of Law, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Theology, Faculty of Health and Medical Sciences, Faculty of Social Science, and Faculty of Humanities that are all located around the city of Copenhagen. And now my colleague Daniel will tell you more about the faculties.
Yes, so the University of Copenhagen consists of 6 faculties, 36 departments, and more than 200 research centers, and they are all located at 4 different campuses in and around the city center. And when you look at the map, you might think that they are located very far from each other, but as my colleague Catherine mentioned, bike is the preferred way of getting around, and these campuses are probably no more than 10-15 minutes away from each other by bike. So the campuses are a mix of old and new buildings, like my colleague mentioned, and there are a lot of facilities in all of them where you can study by yourself or in a group. We have libraries at each campuses, and they are open 24/7, so all students always have an opportunity to study at each campus. To quickly tell you a bit about the courses at the different campuses, we do have many courses, especially at the humanities, which is the one located mostly to the south on the map. Also at the Faculty of Science, which is located to the west, to the left, as you see on the map, and as also at the Social Sciences, which is the one placed in the city center. In general, it is not possible to apply for the Health and Medical Science program, which is the one you see primarily to the north. Also very important to mention, we do not offer engineering courses and we do not offer business courses, as these types of courses are offered at other Danish universities in the Copenhagen area. But we do offer a very large range of Danish culture courses that have no prerequisites at all. All students, exchange students, can apply and be accepted to them. And that would be courses such as Danish architecture, Danish design, Danish cinema, and so on. There are also a large range of open elective courses that international students also can study that are also open to all types of students, such as academic English writing, presentation techniques, and so on. So on the next slide, a bit about the language and the prerequisites. In general, all BA programs, study programs at the University of Copenhagen are in Danish, and all MA programs are in English. But many of our BA programs do have English language courses in them. And this is, of course, a very good thing, because every year we accept upwards of 1,000 students on exchange from all over Europe and all over the world. And it's almost always possible to find enough English courses to be a full-time student, and even more than that. So it's usually not a problem to find the courses you need in English. And a few things to say about the application process, because some of the courses we have, they do have some prerequisites for the students. That means you do have to have a bit of knowledge before you study them. But this is not that many courses. You will find them primarily within economics and political science. But in general, we try to be as open as possible to your wishes if you want to study these types of courses. We will ask you for a transcript, and for some study areas, there will also be an English language requirement. So with the prerequisites, it's the same as with the language. Not that many study programs and courses have English language requirements. There are a few, of course. For example, if you want to study courses in the subject of English, or in political science or philosophy, they will some of them might have some requirements in regards to an IELTS or a TOEFL language test, but that is very few. Generally speaking, they will not have language requirements. Now, when I'm saying they won't have language requirements, I'm not saying that you shouldn't know English to a good level, because it is a good idea to still have a good English level. And that is a very good thing here in Copenhagen, is that a lot of people speak English. It's very easy to live in Copenhagen, only speaking English. If you speak to random people on the street or on the supermarket, they will quickly switch to English, and it's very, very easy to do that in Copenhagen. If you want, there are also free Danish language courses. I know Danish is not as exciting a language as French or Italian, or for that matter, German or Czech or Polish, but on the other hand, the courses are free. So that is also something we very much would recommend. So if you want to know more, and if you're considering an exchange stay at the University of Copenhagen, it is, of course, important that you visit our website, as you can see in front of you, where there's a lot more information on, for example, how to apply, course information, academic information, such as our academic calendar, our grading system, how exams are, how classes are, and so on. But as the others have mentioned, and which will probably be mentioned again afterwards, the starting point is usually contacting your very own international office or your Erasmus office, and starting there, as they will guide you on the process of how to become an exchange student at Copenhagen. So yeah, thank you very much.
So thank you, Copenhagen. And now we move south all the way to Italy, to Milano. And Giacomo, the floor.
Yeah, so thank you, Clementina. Welcome everybody, to all our viewers and listeners. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to the University of Milan on behalf of the International Mobility Office. I will start saying something about the city itself of Milan, so we can switch to the next slide, even though it barely needs a presentation. I mean, it's well known all over the world as a capital for fashion, design, culture, history, and so on. So we have some pictures here. So Milan is located in northern Italy. It's at the very heart of Europe, both geographically and in the sense that it's very well connected to all over Europe and all the other parts of Italy, with 3 international airports and also many railway connections. So it's very well connected and served. As I was saying, yeah, it's the capital of fashion and design, at the very heart of the economic center of Italy. So the northern part of Italy is the most vital one, and yeah, also for job opportunities, it has many opportunities to offer. So the University of Milan is the largest, Università degli Studi di Milan is the largest educational institution in Milan. It has around 60,000 students. It's a pretty recent university. It was founded in 1924. Yeah, and it's located in one of the most significant historical buildings in the city, right in the city center, 5 minutes walk from the Duomo, from the cathedral of the city. The historical building was used to be a hospital in the 15th century for the poor people, and now it hosts the faculties for humanities, arts, law, etc. Other faculties of the university, mainly the scientific field, are located in another part of the city, but every venue of the university is very well served and connected to the other parts of the city. We should have a little video ongoing now. Okay. So the University of Milan is very much focused on research and excellence. We're proud to be the only Italian member of the LERO, which is a network for basic research, which involves many universities in Europe. We offer many services for students. We have, of course, the Language Center, which gives support in terms of linguistic preparation to all students, and also Italian language courses to incoming students. We have the CUS, Centro Universitario Sportivo, which is involved in sport activities. We have also an orchestra and a chamber music orchestra for students who are passionate about music. And also a career guidance center for job placement and also traineeship opportunities. We have 10 faculties, which include several departments covering almost all the areas of knowledge, from humanities to science, medicine, technology, and so on. And being in the very financial and economic heart of Italy, we are very well connected to the job market and world. We can switch to the next one. Okay. So among the several courses offered by the University of Milan, there are some curricula or study programs which are taught entirely in English. They are mainly at master's level. So most of other courses are taught in Italian, and therefore it is recommended to have at least a basic knowledge of Italian. B1 is the recommended level, but it's not mandatory. It's just advised to be better able to understand and follow lessons and activities. And so we have around 1,000 incoming students every year within the Erasmus program, or even from outside the European area. So students who come to Milan have plenty of opportunities to get in contact with people from all over the world. Milan, as to the cost of living, is not the cheapest city, unfortunately. So we have here a little sketch of the average prices and costs. And yeah, speaking again of the degree courses that we have in the knowledge areas that we cover, what we do not have at the University of Milan are degree courses about engineering, design, fashion, architecture, education, and psychology. I would say that almost all the other fields are represented in our offer of courses. So in this last slide, you have some contacts. So if you want more information, you can contact the Mobility incoming office. Yeah, we have put here also the link to the course catalog, where you can find all the offer of the university. And we recently also opened a new channel on Instagram. So I kindly invite you to give a look and and follow us also on Instagram. So thank you for your attention, and I'm looking forward for to your questions, discussion, and to welcoming you to the University of Milan. Thank you.
Thank you, Giacomo. And as you heard, Giacomo said Milano is at the heart of Europe. I said we are at the heart of Europe, so did Charles, but now we go to another heart of Europe, and that is Paris. So the Sorbonne University will be presented by Matthias, Katarzyna, and Christine. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Matthias. I will speak for the Faculty of Humanity of Sorbonne University. So Sorbonne University is a combination of three whole universities who are now divided in three faculties. So the Faculty of Humanity, the Faculty of Science, and the Faculty of Medicine. So I will first speak for the Faculty of Humanities, and I will present all the information about these faculties. So first of all, what course do we give at the Faculty of Humanities? So the courses that we offer are a very large panel. We go through history to languages. Something that I want to tell you is something very important, is that almost all the courses are in French at our university. You can have some classes from the languages department that are given in the languages, so in English, German, etc. But the main parts are in French. So we strongly recommend that the students that came to Sorbonne University have at least B2 level in French. So all these classes, these courses are spread around the city. The campus of Sorbonne University for the Faculty of Languages is spread around the city. You can have courses all over the city. The center of the city, so what we call Quartier Latin, around the Seine, is where a lot of courses are given, but we have also other facilities all around the city, and all these facilities are linked with the subway, etc. So if you want to come to Sorbonne University, you come to Paris, a big city, and a city who can be expensive for living. So you can make an housing application to come. This housing application will be made to the administrative part of the Sorbonne, to the international office. But unfortunately, we doesn't have enough place for every student that came to our university. So not all the housing application will be granted for the students. So here you have the main contact for Sorbonne University for the humanities part. So a general inbox where you can send all your questions, and you have someone to respond to you. And then you have two incoming coordinators, so myself and a colleague, who will be here for you when your mobility starts. So thank you for the humanity, and I will let the Faculty of Medicine talk now.
Good afternoon. The Faculty of Medicine, Sorbonne University, offers courses in medicine, speech and language therapy, and orthotics. Unfortunately, today we only have courses in French, so we require at least B2 level in French. But we also offer hospital placements for students in medicine in English. So you can see on our website the list of departments that we call English friendly, and all information about application procedures and the detailed courses for every 3 departments. So our teaching hospitals are situated in the eastern part of Paris. The biggest one, Pitié-Salpêtrière, which is the most famous one. Then we have also Saint-Antoine Hospital, Tenon, and Trousseau Hospital for Pediatrics, and other hospitals that you can see in the presentation. Some pictures of our hospitals. And what I like to say also is that we offer French for French as foreign language for students coming for study and internship mobility. So we require at least B2 level in French for study mobility, but before coming, and when you come in September, for example, you can start with an intensive week of French classes. So you could prepare a little bit your French for the semester. And we also offer accommodation for incoming students. All students coming for 1 or 2 semesters mobility can be hosted in Cité Internationale Universitaire or other housing facilities. If you come for internship only, unfortunately, you will have to look on your own for an accommodation solution, but of course, we will give you some tips how to find it. For students coming for study mobility, we also offer some integration activities. As you can see on the picture, the second one, it's one of our welcome picnics for incoming students. It's there is very nice atmosphere in the Faculty of Medicine. So you're welcome. And this is the team. So nowadays it's my colleague Estelle who's in charge of incoming students. But you could contact both of us, and you have all contacts on our website. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christine from the Sorbonne University and Science faculty. So like my 2 colleagues, we are also in the heart of Paris, so to speak, and we are in a huge campus. The science faculty is really big. We host 22,000 students only in science, and it's really in the city center, as you can see on the map. So thanks to that, thanks to the size, we offer all kinds of facilities, starting with sports facility. Of course, we've got canteens. We've got all kinds of cultural activities too, and sports is free of charge. And it's on site, which is really nice when you are in the city center of Paris. Same as my colleague, we ask you to have at least, we recommend to have a B2 levels in French, but our courses in master level, you can find a lot of courses in English in master level. On the bachelor level, most of them are in French, except for chemistry, where you can find English courses as well. Now, regarding the fields, the science faculty of Sorbonne University is really well known and a very high ranking in a lot of discipline. But for example, math and oceanology, we are ranking number 3 on the latest Shanghai ranking. But not only do we have math, we have all kinds of other fields, as you can see on the screen. We've got, of course, mathematics, we've got engineering, We've got life science. In life science, we've got an entire range of life science and biology, including neuroscience. We also have marine science. And this marine science actually is taught not only in Paris, but we also have 2 other campuses by the sea in other location in France. So these courses are given through numerous bachelor, master, and international degrees, which you can take as a whole, or you can take only courses, and you can combine the courses. You can mix different discipline on your learning agreement if you come as an Erasmus student. Now, last but not least, we've got very dynamic research centers at Sorbonne University. We've got actually 72 labs, which you can use to do training ships. You can come in training ships. And we've got all kind of research activities, such as artificial intelligence, all kind of things. So I'm sure you will find you will find one who please you. And actually, as a reminder, Sorbonne University had 5 Nobel Prizes and 3 Fields Prizes in the last 20 years. So maybe the next one is among yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sorbonne. And so that now brings us to the question and answer session. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box and we will read them out and ask colleagues to answer. And I have the first warm-up question that I already see. And the question goes to our colleagues in Copenhagen. I suppose you will be the best to answer. Is it very cold in Copenhagen?
It depends on what you mean by cold, but no, it's not very cold in Denmark. I think we're below 0, a little bit below 0 in winter. It's very windy and it will be raining, but not snowing. If it's snowing, we're very happy. In the summer, I think it will be around 20-25 degrees on a hot day. So yeah. It's because of the ocean. So it never gets really warm and it never gets really cold.
So maybe that is the reason why Danish people are seen as the most happy in the world. You have moderate climate and good atmosphere for living there. Another question that we had coming through the chat was, what are the application deadlines? Is there someone who would like to answer this one?
I can take it. Every home university has their own application deadline. So you should turn either to your department or your international office in your university to ask for the deadlines, for the application deadlines. Yeah.
Okay, so the conclusion is always check first with your home university, whether it be about the application deadlines or about money, about the grant that is offered. Please check with your home university, the sending institution. If you have any other questions, please put them in the chat. We are waiting for your questions. And of course, if you have them later, you can contact either the international office of your home institution. You can check the website of all the partners. You can check the website of 4U Plus Alliance. And in all those places, you will find useful information. So don't hesitate to reach out to us today or to reach out to us at a later date, either through the individual universities or through the 4EU Plus Alliance. I am trying to monitor now if we have any further questions, but it seems that that was all. I don't see any more questions. So I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to join us today for the Erasmus Plus 4U Plus Day. We encourage you all to apply for Erasmus Plus Mobility at one of the partner institutions. Feedback we have from students is more than positive, so you can improve your educational prospects, your career prospects, and take a semester or a year abroad with the Erasmus program at one of the 4U Plus institutions. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you and welcome you at one of the campuses in the next academic year. So best of luck and join us for other 4U Plus events.